Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to have DLC, or what they're calling a season pass. Some people are annoyed at this. I don't care that much about this. So this is according to a Forbes article. This will be the first time it's going to have quote-unquote season pass or expansion pass, as Nintendo calls it. It's going to be $19.99. It's going to include two DLC packs. First release is going to be in the summer and include a Cave of Trials challenge, a new hard mode, and a mysterious new feature for the in-game map. The second DLC pack is going to launch holiday 2017 and include a new dungeon and new story content. That's cool. These can only be purchased together. The DLC will be for both Wii U and Switch. I don't have a huge problem. I don't. Nintendo, this is one of the signs Nintendo's growing up. And I know you guys both want Nintendo to fail and then also modernize at the same time. This is one of the ways they're modernizing. DLC. I bought the... did I buy the Super Mario Kart DLC? I think I bought one of them. Ian definitely did. You know, it had more tracks and it had more racers. You know, I don't have a huge problem with it. I just don't. You don't have to buy it. It's not necessary. This isn't stuff that's really, you know, really key. Like the new story content would be awesome. And once you finish the main quest and most of the, the mini quests, they put maybe another story, maybe like another half a game in there. That's fine. That's worth $20, I think. It's not exorbitant. Yeah. Gamers who purchase the expansion pass will also get 3 special in-game chests. The first will include a shirt with a Nintendo Switch icon on it that Link can wear. Okay, that's silly. The second and third include in-game items. All right, that's silly. They want to keep people, playing this game, obviously, 6 months later. To release it in December holiday season is great, because then they can probably even, hell, doing the marketing for Nintendo, they could even probably put out a limited edition physical version that includes the DLC built into it to entice people to buy it around the holidays, to get more sales if they want to do that as well. It's extra marketing, because really, let's be honest, between March and probably September, this is really the Nintendo Switch beta phase. It's an open beta. They're not going to have a huge amount of games out, just like the 3DS when it came out originally in March of, March of 2011. Sort of like an open beta. Their online service isn't going to be totally up and running. It's not going to launch with even Netflix or a web browser. That'll come later. But their paid subscription is not going to kick in until fall of 2017. It's a beta. They wanted to make money right away without waiting, which I think is a little bit of a mistake, but whatever. They wanted to get the money rolling. They wanted to beef up before E3. They could have probably released this in June or July, have a much better starting off point potentially, but they want to do it this way. So this is a way for people to have, be talking about Zelda 7 months from now, not just right now, 8 months from now. But yeah, the Link with the Switch shirt on, all right, I'm more into like the extra story shit, stuff on the maps, that you can find, not necessarily a fucking little shirt to put on. If it was a real shirt, hell, well, that could be cool. Why not? So Nintendo's growing up. Oh, Nintendo's growing up in front of our eyes. You know why they're also growing up, though? Because they said we're definitely doing 2 to 3 mobile games per year. So, you can't count Mitomo as a game. But you can definitely count Super Mario Run as a game. Absolutely. And then, Pokemon Go. It's a semi-Nintendo game, but it's really not. So, in an investment Q&A, President Kimishima said that we plan to continue releasing 2 to 3 titles per year that consumers could enjoy as Nintendo smart device applications. Again, these aren't AAA titles. It's not ROMs being put on there. Totally different games. I have no problem with this at all. If it was as well made as Super Mario Run was, I'll probably buy it. Depending. I think Super Mario Run was definitely worth $10 for the amount of fun I had with it. The amount of time I played it. It took me a while to find all those black coins. Building Little Kingdom was fun. The Toad Trial is pretty fun. Pretty polished. Could they have sold more at $4.99 or $5.99? Absolutely. A certain NES guided app is only $4.99, by the way, on Android and iOS. But I had to put it in. You're always promoting your... I think they'll learn from Super Mario Run and probably price it lower for better conversion. I don't see Nintendo going to a, ad-based game system or freemium. I don't see that being their style. I'd rather see them, they probably feel like, okay, we want all our gamers to enjoy this in the same way without having to pay for, Link can only swing a sword 20 times per day, but if you pay for $1 more, you can swing 100 times more today. They're not going to do that. They just won't. I think Animal Crossing is perfect for something like a smartphone game, by the way. Again, they got to be smart. If they see what's already out there in popular, like the strategy games like Mobile Strike, and do like a Zelda version of that, you don't think that would sell? Some sort of like real-time sort of strategy game, but set in like set in Hyrule, that would sell like hotcakes. And it wouldn't even cost them that much to actually produce. Not at all. It is possible to provide applications that feel related to the dedicated video game systems even if they do not have any direct connections, said Officer Shinya Takahashi. I believe that smart devices, particularly bigger ones like tablets, are easier for smaller children to use, which makes it easier for them to experience Nintendo IPs. Which is a great point, because kids now, we don't parent anymore, so when a kid turns 1.5, you throw a fucking tablet in front of their face and they're zombies. All right, it makes sense to get those kids indoctrinated with Nintendo as early as possible. It's like cigarettes, but it won't kill you. Well, maybe Nintendo games can kill you, can they? No. So, a kid starts playing a Donkey Kong tablet game when they're 2. By the time they're 6, they move on to the console or 3DS, or whatever handheld they have out there, or whatever replaces the Switch. I don't see a problem with that. I want to avoid that word synergy, though. We want synergy.